Good morning. I'm back at Karawatha. I've just ridden in this wind. It's like 35km/h wind and it's right in my face. Hopefully it'll still be windy when it's time to go home. I'm going to call this video Desperate for Rust because it's getting harder to find. There's smaller and smaller amounts of old car relics. I just looked in off the track and thought, well, there's a good spot to go and have a look at some old tracks in here. You can see that there was old car tracks in here. So I did find something. This looks like a H. But that, I mean, it doesn't go all the way to the end. I think it does. That would be the end. I think this is a HR. Front right hand mudguard. Oh, there, yeah, that would have had special. That long rectangular emblem on there, that would have said special. Doesn't look like too much. Just a rusty mudguard, nothing else there. There's a little bit of something else just here. Don't know if you can see how windy it is here. Not a real good place to be among the gum trees on a windy day. Anyway, that looks like the left hand front mudguard. Not much else, little bit of rust. That's why I'm calling this Desperate for Rust. So I had a little bit of a look around here just to see if there's anything else I can spot. And I did. And it's just through there. So I'll grab my bike and we'll go over and have a look at what that pile of rust is. Here it is. Another Holden. Now I've just spotted this. You're looking at this one at the same time as I am. It looks like, well, I can't tell a difference at this point from an X or a J or what's the other one, Z. So you've got H, J, H, X and HZ. This has got a nice bronzy colour. Still got the front nose cone on there. What else can we find out about this one? The very least I hope I can find is it auto or manual. Hinge, the other hinge is over there, both no good. Tail shaft, suspension, front chassis. Those bits you can see. One little bit of chrome, all dinged up. Not chrome, it's stainless. I get the two names. I interchange the names. Sometimes I say chrome, sometimes I say stainless. But yeah, it's all that sort of stuff. That trim. Door handles still there. Oh, there's a snake. Lovely. Cheese. Have a look at that little thing lying on the car. Now this is the reason why some of my videos I won't reveal the location, because I see there's one particular place I've been to. I will go back. The snakes in that place, it's almost like it's so undisturbed that's where the snakes seem to be happier, place they're happy to live. I saw all kinds of snakes in there, and I won't reveal that. I wouldn't tell anybody to go in through this long grass and trudge your way into this creek, because it's irresponsible of me to say so. So we've got, this is a red belly black. You can just see, if you can just see, a little bit of red on the belly. This one's very small. This would have to be very small. It is very small. It has to be very young snake, because these things get big and fat. All right, now this boot lid, there was an upgraded boot lid on these too. It looks really good. I don't think this is the one where they sort of modelled the boot lid in it and it sort of extended up. I think it might have been on Premier's or maybe even Statesman's, but it was a really good looking thing. I don't think that's it. Okay, a bit of the roof peeled off. We'll just walk around. Got my long pants on today, so I'm protected a little bit more from snakes. Don't know what that is. That doesn't look like a car part. Looks like one of those folding little music stands. What else have we got? Well, not a lot. I can't, look, this is what was that noise? Yeah, just a brake booster there. I can't tell if it was auto or manual. I'd just like to at least find a few more little facts about the car. Another strip on there, another stainless piece. So wow, this has just sat. This is all from the days, I think, before Karawatha was made a park. So, oh, there's a little tab on there. It's a little. I like those things. I love seeing these things. If I can, oops, yeah, that one there. It's just some sort of ID, extra ID thing. Maybe it's to do with options or something. Or anyway, we got that little piece on there. I'll try and get a photo of that and see if there's anything, any numbers or letters on there. Okay, at this time I can't really tell any more about it. Well, there it is. I'll call this one a HX. I don't know for sure, but it's close enough. Pretty much would have been a complete car brought in, and well, look, I think it probably did have a big smack in the front there. So okay, I'm very happy with that bonus. The bonus car. I think that's probably number 9. I did count a Gemini as being number 1. Yeah, I don't think it's even worth mentioning or going to see the remains of that Gemini. It's just, yeah, I couldn't find anything to resemble a Gemini. So we'll call this number 9. 9 cars in Karawatha at this point, and I'll keep looking. There's some funny looking things in the bush. I could swear, no, I'm not looking, I'm leaving. All right, see you on the next one. This little engine here was over there for years and years, and there's some chassis under there. There's an old rim and some bits of subframe and suspension parts. And it's a little Toyota, I'm guessing. It's got the, oh, it's even got like a, is that like a date or something? It's like, was it from a wrecking yard or? I don't know. But anyway, I reckon that's that Toyota symbol. And there's another one on the front there. So I'd say that's about a 1 litre. Maybe a 1200? Toyota. There we are, bit more rust. All right, I'll leave that little Toyota engine there. Head off to the other corner of the park. I know where there's an FJ40, I think it is, Land Cruiser ute, and parts of a really old Ford ute, you know, like a pickup. So let's see what I find. I may even find something else on the way. All right, see you there. All right, still desperate for some rust. It's a really old jerry can, that one, with the old screw down top. All right, not much there. We've got, I mean, this is desperate. If you're still with me, good. There's some car batteries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 batteries. Exhaust pipes, a muffler. And just over here we have the edge of a mudguard. Looks like a Holden, that shape there. Yeah, that looks like Holden. HQ-ish. Well, maybe I could point at it with the camera. There's a bumper. Look at this bumper here. Oh, it's a bumper with some lights in the side. That's unusual. I have to think what kind of car that would have been. There it is. Oh, it's taken a big hit. Is it like a Passat or something? I don't know. Right, we've got that bumper. And just behind me, I've got another. I think this looks like the Holden. That must be part of that mudguard over there. Surprisingly good condition. Yeah, that's definitely a Holden. Well, I think it is, yeah, that'd be a Holden. All right, we've got, oh, it's a cracked gearbox. Wow, pretty heavy duty looking thing. This is Holden. There's a part number on there. 7433777 maybe. Okay. Yep, an old 3-speed gearbox, I'd imagine. There's this door that has a lot of stainless trim on there. Probably a British thing of some sort. I don't know where the door handle is. Might have been higher up. Alright. That's a bit of old Ford bonnet. It's one of those half bonnety things that goes up and down like that. And I think this would be more of it. This is like a big mudguard. And there looks to be some subframe there too. Ah, what was that like? Those little flag things or something that went on the side? This might have been a bit bigger. This might have been like a 3-ton truck or something. Probably mostly buried under here. Yeah, there's just stuff, just all kinds of bits of stuff poking out, more over there. This is the Toyota, this one. Just got to be careful, there's all kinds of bits and pieces poking out. Here it is here, there's what I think is where the little dash is on top there. Or, actually that's on top, but it's not really on top, the top's over here. Alright, yeah, there's that little dash. Probably ashtray, radio, blah blah. A lot of copper wire because Japanese cars always had a lot more wiring than Aussie cars. Just over in there is that HT ute that I've already shown. Yeah, so there's like an FJ40 or something. We'll just go around that web. Let him be happy. Yeah, there's the roof. And really nothing else. So we've got some rusty metal, some copper wire. Yeah, and there's part of that. I think all that appears to be, yeah, it appears to just sort of come undone. Okay, I've come into an area just up there is the quarry. So I'm just directly south of the quarry. at Karawatha Forest. And here's the Gemini that I spoke about once before, and I said that it was, wasn't really recognisable as a car. But I found myself here, so I might as well just take a look at it. Bit of a front mudguard there. I'm standing on, I think, is probably the roof. Hopefully there's nothing living under there. There's every chance that there is. And there's the rear, there's the rear mudguard there. And I'd say that's the boot that runs across there. That might be behind. Maybe that's an internal roof panel, support structure bit there. Yeah, this has really overgrown since I last saw it. That's why when I was here last time to have a look, I took one look at the ferns and just went, look, nah, I don't want to do this one. But I did notice that it has the engine. So we go down into here. There's the alternator. And little overhead cam engine, exhaust manifold. Water pump, little spider there, I may try and avoid disturbing him, and there's just the top of the engine there. I'll move this, I don't think there's a gearbox. I'd have to see just down past here to see if there's a bell housing. Oh, I think there is. Oh no, that's just, there is. Alright, I'll just lift this up here. Hopefully nothing flies out at me. Not fly, crawl, I mean. There's a gearbox there. So, over we go. Alright, well, let's see, I'll take some chances. There we are, so that gearbox there with that bell housing is, well, I don't know what a Gemini gearbox looks like exactly. So, I'm sure the bell housing between the auto and the manual are different, so that's what it is. Okay, I'm guessing too that this is probably, if I look at that rear taillight area there, I'm saying that this is a TE. I always go, if I can't get right down to it and I think it looks like a TE, then it's a TE, not a TF. I just know it's not the early Isuzu. That's the third sign down in there. I want to show you this one. This is very interesting. To me, it's a little British car. And I think it was some sort of delivery van. And I'll show you why I think that. That, I don't know what that is. It looks like the inside of a door. But it's really heavy duty. It's really thick steel. So I don't know what that is. That's a seat base, I think. And this here's the roof. And this here, it comes up pretty high from the gutter. So from the top of the door, the gutter there, it's pretty tall, and it has an opening for maybe like a fabric kind of sunroof or something. There's a ton of rivets going around there. The front windscreen looks like it was hinged here and here, so it would push out to allow a bit of ventilation. Here's the dash choke. Can only guess what that one was. So there was a few instruments in the center, but over here it had like a little plaque or a little instruction plate there for some, something or other. Now the driver has a wheel, like a footwell that goes down into here. I'd imagine all your pedals were down in there. But the passenger side has really nowhere to put your feet. So I'm guessing it was just a one person car. What else we got? Not sure what that is, but it might have something to do with either the bonnet catch. It might have been one of those types with the bonnet that went up and down from the center. It's possible that it was yellow, this mustardy yellow colour. There's a plate there that might have had some information on it. And the mudguard. Okay, here's the, see, I think the front mudguard might have been part of the shape of the door there. That's an FC Holden, so that's not part of it. FE or FC. This is inside the engine compartment. Battery on the driver's side. This has really confused me, this thing. Oh, what is this piece? Here's a piece of... there's a bit of spear. All right, that spear would be... I think an FE had that particular... Oops, so maybe I should show you what I'm talking about. This spear bit, I think, is from an FE. So I'm going FE mudguard. I'm pretty sure FE just had that one. And that's been broken, and that was just down there. So if you look closely, you can find more clues. That I don't know what it is. Maybe some... it's got some bullet holes in it. Maybe some panels off the side of a van. And here's the grill. Have a look at this grill here. It's just about, if I touch it or pick it up, it's all going to fall to pieces even further. It's got bars that radiate from either side by the look of it, but it has these two oval shapes, one here, and I think I can just pick up one in there as well, but it's got that there, and you see there's a bit of a spine running up through the middle. And it probably had these little bucket, yeah, unless that's an internal like headlight bucket, that could have been the style that sat on top of those little mud guards. Like I kind of think it's a little Morris, but there it is. Yeah, it's hard to really recognize anything else, but it really is an interesting little, it could be from the 30s, I don't know, just the shape of all that. It's like whether, you know, one of those collapsing hinged bonnets or something, or anyway, these are the only clues I have. Maybe somebody can recognize it. Some little cable connection. But that should be enough. That should be enough there to tell us what that is. Okay, that's it. Oh, there's a bit more down there, but I think that's just some sort of, yeah, who knows what it all is now. That's a log. All right, so thanks for watching. Hope to see you again in the next one. Cheers. See ya.